Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson football channel for deadline day on GBFC. Today we're going to be discussing Trevoh Chalobah, Callum HudsonAdoi and taking a look at the official images of Cole Palmer as Chelsea's final signing, potentially, of this summer transfer window. A record-breaking transfer window from Chelsea right now. Two stats for you. It is a world record for the most money ever spent by any club in one transfer window in history. Second one, we have spent more money in Mauricio Pochettino's first transfer window than the total amount of money that was spent on a Pochettino team at Spurs, which is absolutely incredible. I think in something like 11 transfer windows, Chelsea have spent more in the first one with Mauricio Pochettino. Obviously, the transfer window isn't over yet. There is still, because it's Chelsea, the potential that players could still come in. I don't think it's going to happen, but you never know with this football club. And there's also the potential that players could leave. And we're going to talk at the end of the video about Trev. But first of all, I think it is a good service to start off by talking about Callum HudsonAdoi, who broke into the team at Chelsea in 2019. We were buzzing with him. We looked at him under Maurizio Sarri and thought, you know what? We have got ourselves a serious player here. When people talk about the talent in the academy, many people saw Callum HudsonAdoi as possibly the most talented of all of those players. You fast forward a bit of time, an Achilles injury takes Callum HudsonAdoi out. You never know, with the extent of these Achilles injuries, just how bad that injury is going to be. And unfortunately for Callum, it took him out when he was just starting to get regular minutes in the first team, playing really well, scoring goals. And now, fast forward again, 2023, deadline day in the summer, Callum HudsonAdoi to Nottingham Forest. Here we go. Deal finally sealed with Chelsea after verbal agreement revealed 2 days ago. Medical test booked early morning, then Cho will sign in as new Forest player. Hashtag deadline day. I don't know about you lot, but when you think about what Chelsea could have done money-wise, when we could have sold Callum HudsonAdoi to Bayern Munich, you can also look at the timing of those offers and think, well, maybe in hindsight, we should have accepted it. We definitely should have accepted it when now we're looking at 8 million. We can literally count it on two hands for Callum HudsonAdoi. But hindsight doesn't really work in football. That is the nature of the beast. Things change from today to tomorrow to next week, from last week. Football is an ever-moving, multiple different parts and multiple different chances, options, luck, whatever. And Callum HudsonAdoi goes to Forest, and I just wanted to spend a bit of time talking about him because he's been unlucky. Yes, since he's recovered from that injury. The loan last season to Leverkusen, it basically just showed the incoming Chelsea manager, in this case Pochettino, that he wasn't at the level that Chelsea are looking for to be competitive. And it's kind of sad in a way that during pre-season, he didn't even get a look in. Callum HudsonAdoi was one of 3 players that Pochettino said, look, we're going to try and find a way out for these guys. Hakim Ziyech, Lukaku, and HudsonAdoi was the final one. There were rumours that he was going to go to Fulham, and then Nottingham Forest, as they just keep on doing, banging on the door, they want another player in, and HudsonAdoi to Forest. I don't think Chelsea will regret this one in any way, because when you look at the talent of Noni Madueke, you look at the way he scored on Wednesday night as well against Wimbledon, Callum HudsonAdoi's Chelsea career just disintegrated. I think there's only so long that you can wait for certain players, and I think when you look at some of the others that have left in this window, Ruben Loftus-Cheek is in a similar bracket to that. You're waiting for all of this potential to just explode. But if it isn't there at that level that Chelsea are looking for, when we break a record to get Caicedo, Lavia, players like Ruben, HudsonAdoi, we all wanted them to make it. But the harsh reality of the situation is, Chelsea, we got money to spend, and we do not have time to just keep on giving chances to players who aren't at the level that Chelsea need. We move to discuss the very exciting news about Cole Palmer. He was literally announced about 45 minutes ago at the time of me recording this video, and this is from Fabrizio Romano. Official, exclusive story confirmed. Cole Palmer joins Chelsea on 40 million deal plus add-ons from Manchester City. Contract until 2030 plus option. I've joined Chelsea because the project here sounds good, and because of the platform I will have to try and showcase my talents. This is a big moment for Chelsea here. When we look at this signing in a few years' time, I really hope that we talk about Cole Palmer in the same way that Manchester City rubs salt into the wound that is, we could have had Kevin De Bruyne for his entire career. That worked in City's favour. Now, Cole Palmer is not necessarily surplus to requirements at Man City, but he's got all of that ability. He can score goals. We're going to talk a bit in a minute about the positions he could play for us this season. But he's also got that bit about him where he doesn't belong sat on the bench waiting for 10 minutes at the end of games, Carabao Cup games. Yeah, you get enough minutes doing that at City because they get to the bloody final and win all the competitions. But Cole Palmer sees something in this Chelsea project. He's also very close with Raheem Sterling, of course. He's spoken about how Sterling put his arm around him when he was first coming up the ranks towards the City first team. And considering Sterling is in the same position, Sterling doesn't necessarily have to do that because it's competition for him, but he did it. So he's got a good relationship there. There's also Noni Madueke, Levi Colwill as well, and Romeo Lavia. There's that famous picture where they're both in the Man City tracksuits in the centre circle at the Etihad. And I think as well as the project, it's important for these young players when you've gone from winning a treble at Man City, it could be a bit like, you could even imagine Hudson-Odoi to Forest, a bit like, well, what could have been? But moving to Chelsea, there is still a buzz. And this is the thing that I get really excited about when I see all these players coming in. When you hear about what they're saying and what they're buying into, this Chelsea project, as much as last season we finished 12th, we only just beat Wimbledon, people can put us down a lot because of what's happening right now. We're scraping past League 2 teams. We finished 12th last year. We're not involved in the Champions League draw yesterday. But the fact of the matter is, when Chelsea are spending more money than any club has ever spent in a transfer window, it's because we aren't going to be settling for what we had last year. We want to be at the very top. We want to be the ones talking in history about winning trebles. And that is what Chelsea want to do. And Cole Palmer has seen this as not only an opportunity right now to actually fit with more minutes into a squad, but there's also that potential that he can keep on winning trophies throughout his career. And now he's at Chelsea. 7-year deal with the option for a longer one. Chelsea getting in early before the Premier League take up UEFA's moves about stopping these long amortised contracts. So now that Cole Palmer, we can see him, going to put him right here in the new away kit. Love this away kit, by the way. I think at this point, I'm so used to these new kits and how much I like them. When we've got the sponsor plastered all over it, Infinite Athlete, wherever it's going to be, then I still don't know if I'm going to like it as much, but I think I really do. Cole Palmer is coming in to offer support for Chelsea's wingers in terms of competition, but right now, Cole Palmer fits like a glove into this Chelsea team in the number 10 position. How many times at City, even in the small amount of data that we have for him, turning the ball on that left foot, bending it past the goalkeeper, one of his favourites, inside of the foot, putting it to the far side of the keeper, top corner, bottom corner, whatever it may be. He's just got to do it more often now. And I think that's what's so exciting about signing a player like this. People can say, well, he's a bench player at Manchester City. Why are you so gassed about signing a bench player from Man City? Look, they're treble winners. My granddad used to talk about the Man United 99 treble team for 20 flipping years until he passed away. The same's going to happen for that City team. So there are going to be players who aren't in their 11 who are still top-class players, potentially world-class players, who won't get a game for months on end at times, or they're picking up scraps of minutes. Cole Palmer has all of the ability, and I think he's got everything right now with the versatility, with the way that he likes to drive towards the goal that Chelsea have been missing. That ability to find a pass in the final third too, picking up those half spaces to offer options for Chelsea so that we don't keep doing the side-to-side, stupid, monotonous crossing in the box that we've become so accustomed to. I don't think there's going to be any chance that Palmer features for Chelsea against Forest at the weekend because he's literally officially joined right now, today, and we're playing tomorrow against Nottingham Forest. So get those ideas out your head now. my Chelsea Forest preview will be the next video on this channel in a few hours from now, but I'm absolutely buzzing about this signing for Chelsea. Now, I said that there could still be some action that happens for us here on deadline day. Realistically, I don't think there's going to be anyone else coming through, but we got a fair few hours left in the window, so stay tuned. But this is the latest on Trevoh Chalobah, exclusively from Romano. Trevoh Chalobah deal not off at all, as Bayern are still negotiating with Chelsea. New proposal sent to make deal happen on straight loan. Discussions continue. Bayern are confident Chalobah gave his green light to the move. At this point, when it's just a loan, I think this could actually still be a benefit to Chelsea. You might be like, well, if we're not getting any money for it, then we'll probably get a loan fee. But if we're not going to sell him, then why don't we just keep him in the squad? The realistic thing with Trev is there are other centre-backs now that Pochettino considers ahead of him. And for that reason, if Chelsea want to get the 40, 50 million fee that we've been rumoured to want this summer, it's too much money right now for Bayern Munich to go and splash on Chalobah. Yeah, they just bought in a fair chunk from Pavard. They're about to sell Gravenberch to Liverpool, so they're going to bring in a load of money there. But what Chelsea want for Trev, Bayern aren't going to want to pay it and probably can't afford to pay it. So for that reason, give him the loan, get him in the Champions League. Bayern are in it this season, of course, as they always are, and see where we go. Next summer, if Trev is Bayern's number one, it's great that he comes back to Chelsea because maybe he slots in back at Chelsea again. If not, the price is higher. And he's definitely going to get minutes after Benjamin Pavard leaves Bayern Munich. So I'm not too disheartened about this one. I also just want to see Trev play football. I think he deserves it. He works incredibly hard. Really good centre-back and shouldn't be waiting for cup games. Bit similar to that of Cole Palmer. So, going to wrap up this Chelsea news video here for you guys on deadline day. Stay tuned because if anything does happen, going to the cinema tonight to chill for a little bit and watch the new Equaliser movie. I'm excited about that one, but when I'm back, if there's stuff for you lot to feast your eyes on, best believe I'm going to be dropping it for you. Also, make sure you check out Shootout links in the description. Premier League predictions with Eunice are up today. And as well as that, daily vlogs of my life on more GBFC. If you're into that as well, the link is down below too. Thank you for watching. Come on, you Blues.